Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone has had a good weekend so far. Getting plenty of rest before getting tossed back into the grinder. I know I'm definitely trying to. And I hope everyone is ready for some more Blood Bowl. Quite excited for this week in particular, because after this week, we should start to see the rankings sort of sort themselves out in the league. Currently, we have a couple people tied at the top. The Grin and Git Stompas and the Undead Team Dompete Lewa are right there at the top with the same win record. We're both 2-0-0, and the same point spread at 7 points for. So fighting it out for that rank 1 spot. Hopefully after this week we should see one or the other rise above. Before we dive into our first game here, let's take a quick look at the league. But like I said, this is kind of the important week to I can't talk today. This is the week to kind of see how things are shaping out, and next week we'll spend a little bit of extra time before the games kind of going into each team, seeing how they're developing and seeing where they sit in the league proper. Of course, don't forget that there will be a playoffs at the end of all of this, and really that's what matters. So all of this season gameplay is prologue just to get things leveled up before we dive into the really important games of playoffs. You can lose all season long and then go undefeated in playoffs and take the whole league regardless of what your win-loss record is. So, that being said, let's take a look at our lineup for this week. Our first game, we're going to be starting off strong with the Grin and Git Stompas versus the Knickknacks. This is going to be a very punchy game. Orcs versus Chaos. We both like to punch each other in the face. It's going to be a great one. Our second game will be Ratha's Raiders against the Midnight Maulers. Ratha's Raiders having a pretty good season. They're up there with the team with the most leveled up players right now, so they're progressing quite well. Midnight Maulers hopefully looking to get away with a win this week. They've tied both of their games, so we'll be interested to see how that plays out. Then we got the Brazen Bulls going up against the Mythics. Mythics had a win last week. They are the third team without a loss in the league so far. So they're up there in terms of first or second or third place right now. However, they had somewhat of a tough game last time where even though they took the win, they took some damage for it as well. So we'll see how that plays into going up against this really tough Corn Demon team who, as we saw last week, kind of came alive after a sort of lukewarm first game. Then we've got Gouda Game versus Dompete Lewa. This is the game I'm probably most looking forward to. We got the Rats, who are quick on their feet, going up against the Undead, who are tough. Dompete Lewa definitely has, I think, I'd have to double check, but I think they have the most leveled up players currently, and they have the first player in the league to hit level 3. However, on the other side, we have Gouda Game, who has one of their gutter runners as the first player to reach 100 yards run on the season. So very exciting to see how that is going to play out. And of course, Dompete Lewa, as previously mentioned, is in the running there at the top of the ranking. So interested to see how they fare today. Then we're going into Mr. Meeseeks versus 9 Inch Males. 9 Inch Males also had a pretty rough game last week. Lost a good amount of players to injuries. And they're in the middle of what I like to call the the Nurgle Gauntlet, where they played Pappy's Nurglings last week, and now they're playing the Mr. Meeseeks team. Every team will go through this season, where they'll play those two teams back to back, I think, based on how everything is scheduled out. Our penultimate game is going to be an interesting one. We've got the Pointy-Eared Bandits versus the Bone Malones. Pointy-Eared Bandits had probably the toughest game last week, where they are down 7 players. They did pick up an extra one over the past week, use some of their winnings to hopefully give them additional player, but they're going to be working with at least 6 mercenaries today. Hopefully they don't steal their SPP, and Pointy-Eared Bandits really just looking to survive this week, get their players back for game 4, and hopefully do something with the rest of the season. And we'll round out today's games with Pappy's Nurglings versus the Continental Crushers. Interested to see how that game pans out, as well as I believe that is the beginning of the Continental Crushers Nurgle Gauntlet. Well, they'll be playing Pappy's Nurglings and then Mr. Meeseeks next week, I believe, or vice versa. But that's really all I think I wanted to cover before we jump into the game here. So I think we save ourselves a little bit of time and just jump right in. What do y'all say? If I could avoid misclicking. We, of course, have the Grin and Git Stompas. Got a couple of level 2 players in there. Dribbles, the Goblin, Morg, the Black Orc, and Bad Claw, the very bad man, the line, or the Blitzer, rather. Picking up Dodge last week, so if he's got the ball, hopefully he's going to be doing some things for us with it, dodging around tackle zones, but if he gets into it, he can outpunch most things. And of course, we'll be going up against the Knickknacks. Chaos. Once again, confounded by the fact that this is not in alphabetical order. Knickknacks, of course, were down a player last week. However, we have since replaced that player with Son of Rukov here. Rukov was the original player who fell to Mr. Meeseeks' team and has since become one of those Mr. Meeseeks. So now the Son of Rukov is here for revenge. How are we feeling about the stadium? Do we want to try and change that up a little bit, or it's kind of like the most default football field-esque looking one? Some of the other ones can get a little weird in how they're presented. There is a pirate-themed one. We could do that. Let's do that. On the deck of a pirate ship, we will stage our games today. And I think with that, we are all set. Let's dive right on into game 1 of week 3. That's the Grin and Git Stompas versus the Knickknacks. Both relatively equal in terms of team value. The Grin and Git Stompas have slightly more. I think they just have a few more players is the only difference there. And here we are on the beautiful pirate ship. Looking like it is a beautiful day for some Blood Bowl. We'll see if that changes with the random events. And spikes the ball, kicking the ball off to the Knickknacks. We have immediately a really stupid roll from Chuck and the Troll, but Grubnash Gouja getting past the front line. Son of Rukov, looking to make a name for himself, has scooped up the ball immediately and is just holding on to it for now. Grubnash Gouja gonna try and get in there. punching it out. Morg coming in for help. Son of Rukov, though, able to get away. Going for help. The Troll and the Minotaur duking it out right now. Son of Rukov punching out Grubnash Gouja. Oh no, Son of Rukov goes down with an injury. Morg showing us why he's the team captain. Oh, and getting another injury right away. The Knickknacks still have control of the ball, but the Orcs are tearing their team apart. They are motivated. Charles Litzbit, though, getting lots of yards, but he's got a lot of greenskins to get through. He does go down. Looks like Morsla is going to try and pick up the ball. He's got help from Morg. Oh, we had something happen. Badclaw went down. I think he had an injury, and they used the apothecary. Gregory Stevens now with the ball, handing it off to Balric. That was a very neat little handoff there. Oh, and Balric going down now. Oh no, we got a broken neck on Gutok. That's awful. Broken neck is one of those that's going to be a lingering injury. It's really tough to see for the Orcs. Brotrax knocking down the Beastmen and now have plenty of room to run. He's got to deal with the Beastman here, and Gregory Stevens coming at him from behind. No pause. Chuck of the Troll is down, not lending any help. He's surrounded now by Chaos. He's going to go down. This is a very active game so far. Kurt Angle did win Olympic gold with a broken neck. Anything could happen in the realm of Blood Bowl. Oh, we got Gregory Stevens going down with the badly hurt apothecary. There was used. Balric is going to take the ball for the first touchdown of the game. Balric showing off those recently acquired claws, so he will be more likely to do some damage, and he's scoring now for his team. One injury for the Orcs. They've got a couple of Black Orcs on standby. 4 injuries already for the Chaos team. Orcs are taking them apart. But Chaos still, the Knickknacks still managing to get a point on the board if they can just hold what they've got. But it's going to get harder the more players come off the field. While the Orcs still have a full roster at the moment. Badclaw trying to scoop it up, having some trouble. Charles Litzbit is on him, preventing him from trying again. Oh, he manages to get it that time. Now he's surrounding Charles Litzbit with some help, but they pull away. Oh, and Badclaw punches out Charles Litzbit. Getting some room, trying to go for where there's help on the field. McFace, the team captain, coming in to try and stop it. Chuck of the Troll. Oh no, rolling really stupid when Badclaw could really use some support. McFace goes down. But he'll be back up in a second. Badclaw getting pushed around. Oh, Badclaw getting pushed into good position there. Chuck of the Troll active again. The Minotaur is going directly for the Troll like they've got something to settle between them. Badclaw is just duking it out. That dodge and block making him very difficult to bring down. He's now been pushed into decent position, but Bash is on him. McFace going down. Chuck of the Troll getting knocked out. I think I heard an apothecary get used somewhere, but I wasn't sure where. Hope it's not there. The Minotaur now on top of Badclaw. Oh, and the Minotaur is going to do the job. Basha picking up the ball now, just holding it on their side of the field currently, looking for some space to run, and he finds it. Looks like Rocktrack might be able to cut him off here. And he does. Grubnash Gouja in for some support. Should be enough to take care of the Beastman. McFace getting... Oh, Morg scooping up the ball. Oh, and then immediately getting knocked down by McFace. Little team captain on team captain action there. The Minotaur trying to pick up the ball. Having trouble. It's not really what he's good at. The ball is just going everywhere. 5 seconds left on the clock. Someone's got to pick up the ball to keep this half going. Badclaw's going to go for it. Oh, he doesn't quite get it. And that is halftime with Knickknacks up by 1 point. This could be a low-scoring game. Looks like Chocolate Troll is going to stay knocked out. That's going to be tough to deal with for the Orcs. Now they have to worry about the Minotaur. Knickknacks do get a Beastman back. So that is something at least. Oh, sorry. And a good deep kick from the Minotaur. Bad Claw gonna try and scoop this up. Been having trouble picking up the ball all game long. He's got it now with just Balric in front of him. Axar Dwarf Smasher is there for support. Oh, he's got plenty of support. He just needs to run straight up the field there. Looks like Maface and Grog are going to get on top of him. The Orcs just kind of letting him go around them. Oh, it looks like we got another injury over here away from the ball. As Ogrot Terathride just takes out Basha. McFace getting knocked out. He'll be out for a little bit. Morg trying to scoop up the ball. Got to show his team why he's the team captain, why he's the biggest and the greenest. He's got some room to run. It's just Rog the Impaler's got to worry about, and Skrill nipping at his heels. Oh, he tried the going for it and falls over. Not very agile, those Orcs, unfortunately. The Goblin team up against Skrill. Dribbles has been actually fairly lethal. I think he's got one of the few kills for the Orc team here. Skrill doing very well, just kind of getting pushed around, managing to stay on his feet. What could this be? Oh, it's a handoff to Balric. Balric is in scoring position. He just needs to get some space and run, but he gets knocked down. Morgsla now with the ball. And just gets left behind by his teammates to fight Charles Litzbit. Morgsla gets some room, is going to run, but the Minotaur is there. There's a whole host of chaos right around him. He gets knocked out. Litzbit can't quite get the ball. He does now, and looks like that might be another touchdown for the Knickknacks. Uh-oh. This could be the end for the rank 1 team ambitions for the Grin and Git Stompas, as they are now down 2 after severely outnumbering the enemy team. So this is a great lesson in that the game isn't over in Blood Bowl until it's over. Oh no. Well, we had something happen there, not sure what. Morg gonna scoop up the ball. This could be big for the Orcs team if they can get a point on the board and get them within 1. They're just having trouble getting the ball moving up the field. The Knickknacks may be outnumbered, but they are not outmatched. Black Orcs getting knocked down left and right. Skrill with the ball. He got a little bit of room, but he is surrounded by Orcs. They should be able to bring him down here, but he is just wily. Oh, the Dwarf Smasher going down with a smashed ankle. I think that's gonna reduce his movement. Brotrak with the ball. And a minute 45 to do something with it. He's got some room upfield. He just needs to get moving. Oh no, Grog is getting back up. Brotrak is in some trouble. Needs his friend's help there. Grog gets knocked back down. Oh, Brotrak getting knocked out. And the Orcs are just Watching. Spikes the ball, the thrower now picking the ball up with his sure hands. Oh no, this could be a 3-0 lead right here for the Knickknacks if he can pick it up. He's trying so hard, he finally gets it. Touchdown number 3 for the Knickknacks. Two injuries on the York side, and they are both lingering injuries, unfortunately. At least I believe so. Smashed ankle. Yep, that's -1 movement. Tough. This is quite possibly the last chance for the Orcs to do something with the ball. Maybe get some SPP out of this at least. They're looking sleepy out there. Spikes the ball. Gonna pick it up. And run it up the field. Now having to deal with Skrill. Next ball getting pushed around, finally gets taken down by the Minotaur. That might put it into the Gitstompa's ambitions of getting at least a point. Oh, the Minotaur gets knocked out. That could be big, but I think it might be too little too late for the Orcs here. They need to get the ball out of the Knickknacks' hands and into the hands of an Orc. Brotrack has got it. He's got some room. Skrill is... Oh, he got pushed. Oh, he got pushed. If it wasn't a push there, that would have been a touchdown. Grog getting knocked down. Brotrack has got it. He just needs to move. Oh, there's a death. Balric is dead. There is a death on the field. Who was that? Was it Morsla or is it Smiles? The Goblins have been deceptively deadly this league so far. Brotrack still got the ball. It's Smiles. Smiles to Stabba got the kill. Oh, and the Grinning gets almost walk away with a big old goose egg on that one, gang. Knickknacks with a big 3-0 lead, very somehow dominating that game with almost half strength the entire time. The Orcs just couldn't get anything to happen with the ball. Congratulations to the Knickknacks on their win. That might be their first win of the league. I will look here in a moment. But a fantastic way to start week 3 of our Blood Bowl games. Okay. We got Morg, our team captain, getting the MVP for the Grinning Gimstomp. It's going to be worth a lot of SPP for him. Might get him all the way to level 3. We'll have to see. He did get 2 casualties as well. So he is just putting the hurt on the other team. No touchdowns, of course. We got a casualty each from Dribbles and Chaka the Troll. A casualty from Olgrat Terthai. And, of course, Smiles the Stabba, showing the league why he's named Destabba, because he do be stabbing. That was a great game there. Let's take those stats. Can't type today either. Oh, that should be game 3. we go. Injuries. Oh, we've got a Black Orc with a smashed ankle. Probably going to be getting rid of old Axar Dwarf Smasher there. Because at 3, he's not doing anybody any good. He's already slow as it is. And a broken neck, losing a point of agility, actually isn't the worst thing in the world for a lineman. We might keep him around, depending on how much SPP he's got. Going over to the knick-knack stats real fast. We've got a touchdown on a Charles Litzbit. We've got a touchdown at a Skriel, and we got a touchdown out of Balric. And let's see, you got casualties from Grog and Vrog the Impaler, the Minotaur. Love to see him getting a casualty. And quite a bit of yards run from most of the Beastmen, and as well as Charles Litzbit doing some work, getting the win. Injuries for you. Oh, man. You are going to be having a tough time next week, though. So we've got badly hurt for Greg. We've got a badly hurt for Murgar. Another badly hurt for the son of Rukov in his first game. But he's not dead like his father. Ooh, and a damaged back for Darius. A broken back. +1 to any further injury rolls. That's not the worst thing in the world. And then Basha is a miss next game. And finally, Balric. Poor Balric, who is already level 2, is no longer with us. All right. Well, with that great start, let's go ahead and move right on along to the next game. We've got Rathas Raiders, the Hemri team versus the Vampire Midnight Maulers. We got some undead on an undead action here. Oh, there we go. Rathas Raiders doing quite well, as you can see, having several level 2 players. Doing quite well for themselves. And we'll stick with the pirate ship this year, or this week rather. And Midnight Maulers, Vampire team. Vampires hoping to get away with a win this week, having tied their previous 2 games. So we'll see how that goes for them. And everything is set. Game 2. And I apologize, that was actually the second win for the Knickknacks. So they're now 2-0-1. It's time for a monster mash. Oh, and we've got a very sunny day. It's now going to be difficult to pass. It's going to be very bright. So I apologize for that. It's quite bright for me too. Jimothy going in, getting knocked down. Trawler Tom getting knocked out by Bimothy. Count Pashula with the ball already coming over to support. It's a very punchy game already. Jimothy with the G. Can't pick up the ball, and it goes right into the hand of Sanguine Sanders, who now has block. He's got some room. That looks like that's going to be touchdown number 1 for the Vampires. And it is. Hear me out. Vampires should have a disadvantage on a very sunny day. I'm just saying. Very quick touchdown to start this game off. This might be a very active one. We got one player down on the Vampire side. No injuries so far, which honestly, in an undead game, I don't expect very many injuries. Although the Thralls are most likely. Oh, it looks like we had a rock getting thrown. Warrior is knocked out. Jimothy scooping up the ball with his sure hands. Immediately into it with Bait Basher here. Sacrifice Sam is now on top of him. Level 2 Thrall there. Draxacula getting in the back line. This could be trouble for Henry. Jimothy trying to hold on to the ball and just not getting any support. Oh no, Jimothy goes down with a broken neck. We'll see if he keeps that with his regeneration, but that's could be pretty bad. Just punching out around the ball. Oh no, Grumpy is dead. Draxacula putting out the damage. Jimothy is now coming in. We'll see if Grumpy stays dead with his regeneration. He does not. He comes back. He's back up on his feet. He came back alive just like that. That's undead for you. But Bait Basher, the newest Thrall on the Vampire team, is going to scoop that ball up and get a touchdown for it. Does look like that broken neck has stuck. We'll check it to see if it's stuck as a broken neck or if it's just an injury. But as we saw, that regeneration working wonders for Grumpy, coming back literally from the dead. Draxacula picking the ball off now. Back to Henry. Although I will say we have seen that Henry, that Rathas Raidus has been quite the second half team. I think they just need to get some damage out there. Oh, Sanguine Sanders does get killed, but the Necromancer / Apothecary brings him back. He's just gonna walk off the field for now. I think that was Law who did that. See in a moment when the SVP comes up. Law not really moving anywhere, but also not getting knocked down. Grumpy coming in to help out. Hopefully he's not too woozy from getting killed. Wow, the Skeletons just defending themselves quite well and just holding on to the ball. Maybe they're trying to get the damage out and hope for that second half. Oh, looks like there was a mercenary for the Midnight Maulers who got knocked down and injured, but Bait Basher picking up the ball for score number 3 for the Vampires. That's 2 touchdowns for him. That is a guaranteed level up for Bait Basher should he survive this game. Midnight Maulers hungry for that win. And for blood, of course, because they're vampires. But they're equally as hungry for the win. And the kick. In a good position. Greedy immediately knocking Trawler Tom down. Law with the ball. Ta running some support for him against Count Passula. Ka coming over to help out, but Sanguine Sanders gets away from Bimothy and is going to go right for Law. Oh no, Bait Basher. He got his 2 touchdowns and then an injury, so he'll get a level up. He's going to be out next game. Hate to see it. Again, Law just hanging out. Hard to tell what they're trying to do, honestly. Sanguine Sanders knocks down Law, is going to easily scoop up the ball, and that's going to be touchdown number 4 for the Vampires. It's going to be not impossible for Rathas Raiders to come back. They have come back from a similar situation in Game 1 against Good Game, but it's going to be tough. They haven't done enough damage, I think, to make that second half comeback. Oh no, we've got a pitch invasion, and just kicking the skeletons while they're down. Most of their players get knocked down. Oh no, Trawler Tom has got some room, but Timothy and Tom managed to catch him. There we go, they knock him down, hopefully preventing score number 5 for the Vampires, but they've got to pick up the ball and they've got to get it out of danger. 8 seconds left in the half. This is probably where if we see the ball drop, Raw goes down. Raw is dead. That's a dead skeleton. He was level 2. And that is halftime. We'll see if that death holds on. Can't quite tell if it has or not. It may not have caught up yet. But it's the second half. This is historically when we've seen Rathas Raiders turn it on, so to speak. But they are on the defensive. I'm going to kick it out of bounds, so Vampires will give it to Draxacula. Lots of punching going on that side of the field. There's lots of it already seems like the the skeletons are a bit more awake all of a sudden. Ball goes down in no man's land, but Warrior scoops it up and has got lots of room. Just got to deal with Count Passula, I think. Oh, he's got the going for it. He's got the room, and that's a touchdown for Rathas Raiders. Not out of this yet. It's not often you see those Tomb Guardian touchdowns as well. They've consistently been a second half team. And it does look like that death earlier did not stick. So Rathas Raiders, that regeneration coming in clutch. Maybe I ought to go back and see, you know, which touchdowns are on the offensive side of the ball versus the defensive, and kind of keep that as a stat, because I'm kind of interested. It almost seems like some teams are just better when they're kicking the ball. Penguin Sanders getting away. Oh, Count Blitzula getting an injury there. Serious concussion. How can they have a concussion? They don't have a brain. They're just a skeleton. Riddle me that, chat. Riddle me that. Oh, Bleeder Bob getting knocked down and knocked out. Ta. Now we might start to see the Raiders come up in terms of players on the field, but the Vampires still holding very well. Sanguine Sanders now with the ball in enemy territory, not far from a touchdown. Just got to get through Timothy and Bimothy, the dangerous duo. Oh, and he is knocking down Timothy. That's gonna be touchdown number 5. Oh no, he stops. Did he just... is he BMing? Did he stop before the touchdown and let himself get pushed in? Not gonna lie, Sanguine Sanders. Kind of a dick move, but I respect it. We do have now 2 injuries that have stuck for Ratha's Raiders. They've got the people to replace them, so they're still 11 strong. Vampires slowly starting to run out of steam on the bench, but they've got such a lead here. I don't see them... Oh, pitch invasion again! For whatever reason. Hang on, I want to see this. Pitch invasion. Doesn't tell me what's being... I'll have to look at what pitch invasion is doing there. I'm wondering if it's because Ratha's Raiders have so few fan factor that they're the ones getting jumped by the crowd. And that might mean touchdown number 6 for the Vampires. Oh, he's got the going for it, and that's going to be enough for number 6. A big week for the Vampires. Getting a win and getting lots of SPP to throw around, and getting lots of touchdowns for their Vampires, which is where you want that SPP to be going on that team. And in broad daylight too. Yep. Does seem like a flex. Really short kick, but it goes back on the other side of the field, so they're going to give it to Jimothy with a G. And they're actually making progress, trying to get the ball up the field this time instead of just holding on to it. There's a lot of Vampires and Thralls to get through here. Oh, and he goes down, putting the ball right in the hands of Count Blitzula, who doesn't have... if he can just get through this. Oh, no, a damaged back for Ka. We'll see if that sticks, but Count Blitzula gonna make it 7. The Midnight Maulers. You're here to say, we're here. And we're not messing around. Cheat. Welcome, Ratha. Tough game, tough week for you. It looks like. Oh, that's a short kick that's gonna stick. Skeletons can't pick up the ball. But the Thrall can. Bleeder Bob now with it. Oh, getting knocked down immediately, though. Ball in vampire territory. Count Blitzula now with the ball. Count Blitzula has got a level up in him just from touchdowns alone. Oh, getting knocked down. Just a lot of fighting happening off the ball, it seems. Draxacula finally scooping it up. That block coming in handy. Take it off of the chat log there. Skelly with a Y picking up the ball. He's got some support. He's got some room. It's going to require a going for it. Oh, he doesn't do the going for it. Can he survive the onslaught of Pete? Oh, he gets some room, but he goes right back into it. Oh, no. All he had to do was go straight forward. Skeletons getting confused out there. Maybe blinded by the sun somehow. I mean, if they can get concussions, they can be blinded. You know, it makes just as much sense. Ball out of bounds at the 0-second mark, and that is going to be our game. Ratha's Raiders 1 to Midnight Maulers. Dominant 7 points that game. Rough. Well done by the Midnight Maulers to take their first win of the league in dramatic fashion. Let's take a look at those stats. So we've got Ratha's Raiders first. We got the MVP going to Grumpy. Grumpy, I think he he deserves it there, having been killed and then regenerated back to life and then continuing to play the game. Also getting a casualty for himself and a knockout. I think that's well worth the MVP there. Might be worth another level up for him. We'll have to take a look and see. We got a touchdown out of Warrior and a knockout blow. Otherwise, we got Law and Todd, the skeleton duo, getting a knockout and a casualty inflicted each, and suffering some injuries and knockouts themselves. Taking a look at their injuries. Oh, we do have some nasty ones here. We got the Throw Rod Jimothy with a broken neck, which is -1 to agility, bringing him down to a whopping 1 agility, folks. And then we've got another lingering injury here. We got a serious concussion. Don't ask me, doesn't make sense. On Raw, the skeleton is going to lose a point of armor value, making them more susceptible to injuries in the future. And Ka, another skeleton here, just getting a damage back. It's a +1 to any other injury rolls in the future. Jimothy might consider retiring here after this match, unfortunately. Now that he's down to agility 1, but we'll see. We'll see. But despite their win, the Midnight Maulers did not get out totally scot-free. We'll check into that here in a second. So we do have this one mercenary here. Their points will not be considered towards the team's SPP. Not that they did anything worth it anyway. But Count Pashula with a touchdown and a casualty inflicted. Draxacula with the MVP and 2 casualties for himself. George, big old goose egg across the... Oh, George... Was George out from the previous game? Let's see. Nope. Just not doing anything that game, unfortunately. Sanguine Sanders with 3 touchdowns by himself. 78 yards run. That might be the most in a single game for any player in the league. And then getting injured himself at some point. Count Blitzula with a touchdown and 2 casualties inflicted. Some yards run for himself. And Bait Basher, the Thrall, the new kid on the block, showing up and getting 2 touchdowns and a guaranteed level up for him. And then getting injured. Only 2 injuries have stuck, though. So we've got Bait Basher with the badly hurt. He'll be out next game, but he'll be back week 5. And nobody cares about the mercenary. But they also got hurt. I almost did not get these stats here. Okay. Moving right along, we've got the next game, which is Brazen Bulls up against... If we go back to the schedule here. Brazen Bulls up against the Mythics. At the very bottom there, just to make it confusing. We got their team captain, Rufus, still at level 2. And they got a pit fighter, Zenek Slay Pit, who leveled up to level 2 last week as well. But they've got some points scattered about. They are going to be down a couple of players due to injuries today. So we'll see how they make up for that. Back to the pirate ship. And we are going up against the Amazon team, the Mythics, who are also down some players and had some lingering injuries on them as well. So see how well that they do here. I think this is a week where they're just trying to survive, and against the Corn Demons, it's going to be a tough prospect for them. Let's get this game moving. Kickoff by the Mythics, going over to the Corn Demons. Loha immediately getting knocked down, and I think that was an Apothecary use. Rufus just showing why he's a dominant force on the team. Knocking out Cleo as well. We got the Brangus taking on the Mercenary, Oigme Pleiades. Pit Fighter Kolda's coming to cover the ball, but are going to have a hard time. The Amazons can kind of get away. Oh, no! That Amazon is knocked out. Rufus finally getting knocked down over there, but not before going on a bit of a tear. Sigurd Demon Fire with the ball, getting caught by Loha. Getting some space though, and is gonna get, oh, tried to move around his own teammate, having some trouble. Rufus just doing what he does best and causing a scene downfield. We had the pass off from Sigurd to Mary here. Mary is gonna get pushed away right into the welcoming arms of Athena. Rufus again just keeping the deep field clear, but the Amazons now have the ball in Corn Demon territory. Oh, and she's got some space. Septizonic Slay Pit to stop her here, I think. Brangus also trying to help out. And those dodge rolls from the Amazon coming into play here. Larry trying to pick up the ball. He's finally got it. Rufus coming back to assist a little bit. Larry now moving the ball up the field. He's got some room. The wild animal roll from Rufus is going to keep him from moving, but honestly, he's in a pretty good spot right there. Until he leaves Larry to fend for himself against a horde of angry warrior women. Rufus and Anthea having a punch out here. Rufus finally knocking them down. Loha now with the ball and has a lot of room. Brangus managing to stop her before she can get too far. Oh, the ball goes out of bounds now. See where it ends up. Right there for Martek Cultmaster to scoop it up and hopefully get some yards, but gotta fight it out with another mercenary. Martek Cultmaster getting pushed, getting a little bit of room. Just a lot of punching and not much happening right now. Martek finally getting knocked down by the Amazons. Rufus getting another knockout blow there. I'll be trying to implement some player trophies. And one of them is going to be the Punch-Out Champion, and Rufus is a pretty good contender for that award this year. I'd have to see his stats, but Rhea in scoring territory just needs to be able to get away from all of these Corn Demon cultists, but slowly getting surrounded. Oh, bites back, knocking one of them down. That's pretty impressive. Oh, Rhea gets the space. She's got the touchdown. These Amazons are scrappy. Can never count them out. Blood Bowl needs to implement blood testing soon. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Lots of Amazons who were out getting back into the game. Oh no, Rufus getting punched down immediately. Larry with the ball, fighting out with Pelican. Getting some space, gonna run around her, try to find some room up the center of the field, but getting caught. Has a lot of support though. Rufus is back up. Larry in enemy territory now. Rufus standing back there, and that's halftime. A very physical first half of the game. Not a lot of scoring happening. Not really much in the way of injuries either. Surprisingly evenly matched at the moment. Mythics up by 1, trying to keep their undefeated streak going. And if they can, that might land them in the second place rank, since the Gitsomp has lost their game. Rufus is on the ball carrier. You don't want to see that. We've got an injury. It's one of the mercenaries, so no big deal, but that's Zonex Slaypits. Zarkan, Throne Keeper, picking up the ball, and that's going to be a tie ball game. Corrin biting back as soon as possible. Ball is kicked. Looks like we might have had something to reduce. Let's see. Oh gosh, that makes it riot. And we had a riot, which reduces the time on the clock, unfortunately. So that's going to shorten this game. We'll see to whose benefit that is. Once again, the Bloodletter on the ball carrier. Looks like they're just trying to keep anybody away from the ball currently. Rufus getting some damage done. Zarkan is going to take the ball again for touchdown number 2. That's a level up for him. And the lead now firmly in the hands of the Corrin Demons. Not much changing as far as the bench side of things for either team. Just a very scrappy game of Blood Bowl. And the kick, they've been very consistent with their kicks as well, getting it into the same place and getting their scary players into the backfield to take advantage of it. Just like that, Rufus is in position to get on top of the ball carrier there. Oh, getting caught though. Athena is able to get some yards out of it. Right there at the half field mark, now in enemy territory, but surrounded. Oh, getting surfed. That could be bad for Athena. No injuries or anything, but ball gets thrown right into the hands of Harry and Brangus. And they've got some room to run. Ice is going to catch Harry right there at the midfield. Aphrodite coming over for support. And together they're able to knock down the Corrin Demon. Aphrodite trying to go for the ball. Oh, Martek Cultmaster, the Pit Fighter Cultist, showing up this game. And somehow managing to get some room against 3 other players. Oh, did they just use a wizard? What just happened? I don't know what that was. I assume maybe it was a wizard, but I could be wrong. That's something that you can buy with petty cash if your enemy has a higher team value than you do, you get some cash to kind of help even the odds for you a little bit. Mythics being down some players had some of that petty cash going into this game, but it's a toss up what the AI is going to buy for you and how they'll use it. It doesn't seem like whatever it was they used helped them out too much, because we are now in overtime. It is guaranteed for the Brazen Bulls to take this win. It's just a matter of how long they can hold on to it and if they can maybe get a third touchdown. But with that, the ball is down. That is the end of the game. Brazen Bulls go up 2-1, putting an end to the Mythics winning streak. But considering how that could have turned out, with Mythics being down some players going into a Corn Demon team, I think they came out pretty well. That could have been much worse for the Mythics. Congratulations to the Brazen Bulls taking a win for themselves. Take a look at stats for the Mythics. First of all, we've got an MVP for Isis and a goose egg otherwise, unfortunately. Touchdown for Rhea. And that's about it. Again, I think they were just looking to survive this game, and I think they did that quite well. Taking a look at injuries for them, the only injury they had was on a mercenary, so nobody cares. Woo! Don't have to worry about that. Excellent to see. Jumping over to the Brazen Bulls here, the winning team, we've got Mary with the MVP and a knockout blow and very few yards run. 2 touchdowns out of Zarkhan Throne Keeper and 18 yards run. That's going to be worth a level up for him. A casualty for Zonic Slaypit, and some knockout blows. 4 knockout blows for Rufus. Again, he might be worthy of that Punch-Out award. We'll see how that turns out as the season progresses, but I think he might have the most knockouts of any single player in the league currently. And taking a look at characteristics, no injuries whatsoever to be worried about for the Brazen Bulls. That's a great game to get a win and come away with it without too much damage done to themselves. Well done. All right, y'all. Before we jump into our 4th game, which will be the midway point of our stream today, we're going to take a quick moment to take a break, get up, get some water, and we'll be right back for some more Blood Bowl soon. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I hope we're ready to dive right on into our next game. Is one I'm very highly anticipating. So we've got Gouda Game versus Dom Petloa. Gouda Game, of course, is our resident Skaven team. Been doing quite well for themselves this season, all things considered, and looking to keep that rolling. Up against currently the most dominant team in the league, it is Dom Petloa, the Undead, if I can find it, Undead team. This should decide if Dom Petloa is going to take the rank 1 spot here. If they win, it's a shoe-in, since the other two who were in that running have lost their game this week. But we shall see what happens. Gouda Game versus Dom Petloa. Looks like Gouda Game will end up with some inducement money, some petty cash. We'll see what they do with it. Let's rock and roll. Looks like we do have a mercenary on the side of the rats. And they will be on the defensive starting out. We'll have to see what Dom Petloa here can do. Are they going to maintain their dominance, or are the rats going to get a chance to shut them down? Oh, it looks like the rats are in a good position to take an early lead. Some quick punching out and let Moz pick up the ball and get a touchdown. However, like all the other Undead teams in the league, Dom Petloa is very much a second half team usually. We'll see if they can do enough damage to maintain a lead here. But with how fast the rats are, it's going to be tough. If they can get some critical punch outs in certain places, then those gutter runners can just scoop up the ball and get in the end zone for an easy point. Ball kicked back over to Dom Petloa. Oh, looks like Ogun get hit by a thrown rock from the crowd. Is going to get injured. We'll see if that injury sticks. Mumbu, the zombie, with the ball. Peta getting in there. Hitting a knockout on Lassarin is going to get on top of the zombie with the ball and is going to knock him down. Most of the rats are caught up over here punching out. Looks like Agasso the mummy is getting injured. He's going to go down. Now we got some more players gathering around the ball. Mumbu the zombie trying to pick it back up. Don Petro is the one who finally gets it. Oh, we've got a death. Pilome, the mummy is now dead. Rats coming out strong. Gorg with the ball, and I believe Gorg is our player with the most yards run. He's going to scoop it up and go for touchdown number 2 for the Rats. Is this the week of upsets where all the leading players, all the leading teams are just going to get shut out. We do have some injuries that have stuck for the Undead team, but they've got plenty of people on the sideline, so they will not be short players. And it looks like Philome did come back from the dead, so that death did not stick, and he is back on the line. Gonna short that kick, so they're just gonna give it right on over to Don Petro with the pro ability now for some potential rerolls on things. Feta just blitzed right through the line, getting right on top of Don Petro. Not seeing a lot of action from Jack. I think he's just been present to help out with some punching on the front line. Feta going down, did get injured, but the Apothecary is used there to bring him back. Blue now trying to get some revenge for his injured friend. Gouda teaming up on Don Petro is enough to knock him down. The ball is now loose in dangerous territory. Gorg is going to go for it. Oh, just getting caught by Kalfu. Gorg gets some room, is going to scoop it up. Just has to deal with Don Petro if he gets a little bit of space, though. He's gone. He ran the wrong way. He did get some space. Oh, and he goes down. He was in perfect position to get that touchdown there. Dobet Loa just playing a very slow game right now. Gid here has the most SPP of any single player in the league. I think he's at 22. Don't listen to this. I'm tracking that in a different spreadsheet. I think he's at 22 SPP, well on his way to level 4. He is level 3 already. Gri I don't think we've ever learned how to say that, is knocked out. Blue is knocked out. The Rats losing some people to knockouts, but not injuries so far. Just covering the ball, trying to keep anyone from it. Parm with the ball. Rico getting knocked out. Parm is completely by himself and now surrounded by the undead. Managing to stay on his feet so far, though. What a hero. Gouda getting up, trying to give some help, but Parm does finally go down. Pierre trying to pick up the ball. With his +1 movement, he's going to be fast with it. Ma is trying to stop him. Nacho trying to stop them. Neither of them can. That's a touchdown for Dobet de Loa. They're not out of this yet. They are fighting for that rank 1 spot here. Oh, Pierre trying to jump the line, get to the ball. Jack is not doing anything to stop him. Oh no, Blue is down with it, badly hurt. He's going to be out next game. Feta, Jack, Parm crashing down onto Pierre. Cree is there now too. The mercenary gutter runner is there. Kalfu getting knocked out. He'll be out for a bit. Oh, and they can't quite pick up the ball before halftime. So we got a 1-point lead for the Rats. Can they hold it up? Looks like Dobet de Loa have got all of their ghouls in now, trying to flood the board and match the Rats with their speed. kicked off too good a game. Ma is going to scoop it up nice and easy. Oh no, Gouda's down. He is badly hurt. He'll be out next game. Jack just not present at all this game, it seems like. Just getting attacked by a horde of skeletons. Not enough support in the backlines for the rats. Kree having to come over. Now there's some support. Oh, Jack! I was just saying that Jack was not really present here, and then he immediately gets a kill on Congo to shut me up. Oh, but Lysarin almost getting enough room there. The rats just barely managed to stop that. Mambu scooping up the ball after it gets dropped. In dangerous territory, he goes down. Philome getting injured now, as opposed to getting killed earlier. Ma's getting stopped by PA and Lysarin. Getting some room to run, though. He's in dangerous territory, though. He could be surfed here. He doesn't get surfed if the ball does go out of bounds. Where's it going to end up? Almost right exactly where it was. Who's going to get to it first? Dan Petro does, and he scoops it up immediately. Oh, I don't know who that was that got knocked off the field there. But Dan Petro fighting off a horde of rats. Somehow staying on his feet and knocking a rat down to boot. He finally gets knocked out. Nacho scooping up the ball. This is the newest team member for the Rats, looking to make a name for himself. After I believe his predecessor was killed in the last game against the Bone Malones. Nacho's got some room to run, and he is downfield now in enemy territory with lots of support. Not enough support, but Parm is there to pick up the ball after he drops it. Parm going to be a little bit more difficult to bring down, but not impossible. Parm's got some room to run. Oh, he slips on the going for it roll. Oh, Agwe fails to pick it up, scoops it right into the hands of Nacho. Gorg is down with broken ribs. He'll be out next game. Marasa now with the ball. Starting to get into some dangerous territory. Agree with the ball. Taking it to the bank. That puts them up by 2. I was about to say, we're starting to get into tough territory for the Rats. They're starting to lose people. But if they can just give themselves enough of a point lead, then it won't matter with a little over a minute left in the game. Minute and a half, maybe. Rats on the defensive now as they kick the ball off. 2-point lead with exactly a minute and a half left in the game. They just need to hold on to what they got. If they can at least delay this potential point from Depete Loa, they've got this game in the bag. But if they can somehow get the ball and put another point on the board, it is almost all she wrote. Marasa gets knocked down. Ball goes into a pile of bodies. Rico scooping it up. Got the sure hands. Oh, looks like Jack got knocked out over there. Or, no, PA did. Rico did get knocked out, though. Oh, there are very few rats on the field all of a sudden. But Congo, the skeleton, who did get killed a minute ago and came back, has the ball. Feta knocking him down. Boz scooping it up. This could be a touchdown for him, and if he gets this touchdown, that could be worth a level up for him. But he does get knocked down. Jack in position now on the ball carrier. Oh, right where he wants to be. He causes another skeleton concussion. Very nice. Green now with the ball. He gets knocked down, but the ball's on the ground, and that's the end of the game. Dom Petit-Leroy shut out. There is no undefeated teams in the league now. Oh man, I thought we were gonna have a surefire front runner for the top ranking, but might be a bit more complicated than I thought. What a game, though. Let's take a look at the stats here for Dom Petit-Leroy. We've got the MVP going to Marasa, the white. That will probably be good for a level up if he's not there already. PA with the touchdown. 2 casualties caused by Philome before going down to a casualty himself, he also got killed and then regenerated. Don Petro with the casualty inflicted. 1 for Sobo, the ghoul. Yeah. It was a well-fought game, but the rats, I think, were just that much faster. Take a look at injuries. We got Agasso, who is a badly hurt. They will miss the next game, but otherwise be okay. We've got a serious concussion for the skeleton Urzuli, losing a point of armor value. And then a zombie with a badly hurt. They will miss the next game. Take a look at the other side of the ball. Good game. Touchdown each for Gorg and Maz. Some more rushing yards for Gorg and Maz. Oh my god. Jack inflicted 5 casualties. I did not think he did much of anything that game, but apparently he's just tearing the other team apart. Oh my god. And 2 knockouts to boot. Let's see. And he was, in fact, the only other person who got a casualty was Kree here. Very well done for the rats. That was definitely GG for Gouda Game. Checking their injuries, though. We got Gorg with the broken ribs. Not lingering, but he will be out next game. That is one of their better players. And we got... And just 2 regular badly hurts for Blue and Gouda. So they will also be out next game. It's an excellent game 4. All right, we will motor right on along into game 5 today, which is Mr. Meeseeks against 9-inch males. Nine-inch males, of course, on their second game in the Nurgle Gauntlet. We'll see how well they stand up against a second week in a row against a Nurgle team. They did not have the greatest game last time. They are down several players, had a couple of deaths. They're in a tough spot. I think they're just looking to survive this game, get some winnings, and kind of rebuild their roster as we move into the rest of the season here. They're down their Minotaur this game as well. I just had to double check that. So they're going to lose out on a big man to deal with the Beasts of Nurgle for the Mr. Meeseeks. All right. We're all set for game 5? It was a long week, y'all. Game 5. Launching it. Sorry, I'll had to briefly step away. Thought I had enough time. All right. Looks like we got team captain Mr. Meeseeks punching up against a mercenary for the Chaos Dwarves. Oh, and does get the knockout. Is going to try and scoop it up and go for a score. Boisterous Bruno is just going to let it happen. An early touchdown, an early lead for Mr. Meeseeks. And a touchdown on their team captain as well. And here we go. We get another chance. Boisterous Bruno going down with a badly hurt. But it looks like the Apothecary was used to bring him back into the game. Just a big grouping of dirty, nasty Nurgle over there to deal with. Oh, Dank Duran going down with an injury. Who is that going down? Daryl the Foreman, the newest Hobgoblin, also going down with an injury. And Mr. Meeseeks, number 12, is just going to take it to the house. Nine Inch Nails might be on a bit of a tough streak here against Nurgle team. Oh, brother, indeed. Not looking good. Did... Okay, yeah. That injury did stick. Oh, it is very... Oh, no. Why did it get very bright all of a sudden? It's supposed to be nice. Don't know what's going on there. Castor's letting their mercenaries do some work over there, or try to. Number 7 is just going to pick it up, and I think that's going to be number 3. Might be a long one, folks. Might be a long one. Mercenaries got the ball. They're just immediately getting knocked down. The Meeseeks just dominating the field. Number 12 has got the ball. Oh no, Pam the receptionist is down with an injury. The mercenary died. At least it was the mercenary. The Meeseeks came to play on a day where 9 Inch Nails just really needed some help. Voluptuous Vlad has got the ball, but is surrounded. Could be dangerous. Number 10 has got it. It's going to make it 4-0. Oh, this is an ugly one, folks. But Mr. Meeseeks just drowning the Chaos Dwarves in gross, nasty Nurgle bodies. There's a dead Nurgle. There's a dead Meeseeks, though. That's something. Oof. And all the injuries on the Chaos Dwarfs so far have been actual team members. Ric Flair with the ball. He's gonna try and move it, but just already getting caught by a Meeseeks. Number 8 and number 10. Number 11 coming in to join the fun. Ferocious Fabio needs to get in there and help, but to be honest, I wouldn't want to get closer to them either. Ferocious Fabio going down. Ball getting bounced around, no one able to pick it up currently. And with 23 seconds left to go, number 8 grabs it, tries to go for it, but can't get away from the Mercenary Bull Centaur. Jim, the salesman, scooping the ball up. He's got a little bit of room to run, but he's not going to before number 7 gets on top of him. And that's halftime. Oof. think if you're the Dwarves, you just want this game to be over. Well, we got a pitch invasion. Looks like it was kind of equal on both sides. Just electing to punch it out in the middle instead of going for the ball carrier back here. But to be honest, 9-inch males are just running out of bodies. Jim the salesman getting knocked out. Undulating Uther might get on the ball carrier here. This could be the best chance they have to score. I just gotta deal with at least one Meeseeks. Oh no, they can't pick up the ball. Agility 2. And yeah, just Nurgle doing what they do best and just sticking around, being a problem. Although, could see something happen here. And hopefully if it does, it's Undulating Uther who gets the touchdown, but nope, it looks like it's gonna be the Mercenary. Unless he gets stopped. And he does. 2.5 minutes left in the second half. Scrambling for the ball. He finally gets it. Gonna run right into Ferocious Fabio and Ric Flair. Knocks him down, but the other Meeseeks are there to make it a problem. Ric Flair is trying to do something here, it looks like. Is that maybe a... No. The very stupid roll on number 11 there. Ric Flair is just moonwalking for fun, I guess. Number 1 scrapes out with the ball somehow. Boisterous Bruno is the only one who could potentially stop him, and it's just not even bothering. Ugh. Just a flood of Meeseeks. Going to short that kick, so they're going to give it over to Jim the salesman. At least they put it into the hands of an actual team member. And he knocks down the Meeseeks. He's got some room to run, but not a whole lot of support. And here come the flood of Meeseeks. And there goes Jim onto the floor. Ball goes out of bounds, pushed out by number 7. See where it ends up. Right there for Kurath Fast Blaster. That is it's a sus name. Number 8 is just gonna walk in and pick it up like it belongs to him and just score. At least there's been no more injuries on the Chaos Orb side. Jim the Salesman, once again, picking up the ball. Hoping for some support to do something, anything with it. Just can't quite get it. Mercenary is scooping it up. It's in the hands of number 10 with some space, but the going for it roll fails. He falls down and is knocked out. Oh, Undulating Uther getting a casualty inflicted back there, getting some SPP for his team. Trying to make something happen. The Mercenary Bull Centaur with the ball. 25 seconds left to go. Most likely the final kick of the game. Oh yeah, with 15 seconds left, Ric Flair is going to try and pick it up. And has got it. Just going to run right into those Meeseeks. And there it goes. That is the end of the game. 9 Inch Nails are probably breathing a sigh of relief, but they did take some damage. Just gonna hope for a better game next week. Mr. Meeseeks, though, putting on a dominant performance, 7-0. Taking a nice win for themselves in the process. Take a look at the statistics for 9 Inch Nails. Of course, we had some players out, which is why they'll show as 0 there. Not much to be said. Daryl the Foreman getting the MVP and taking an injury in the process. Undulating Uther getting a kill, which was then rejuvenated, and getting 2 casualties by himself. So he's actually doing some good for this team. With their focus, that might be enough for a level up if he wasn't close already. That's at least 4 or 5 SPP, so he's going to be pretty close if he's not already being pushed over there. Once again, I think the Dwarves were just trying to survive that game, more or less. Injuries, though. So we do have some players who will be back next week, but now we have some players who are going to be gone. We had 1 death on the team, but it was for the Mercenary, so we don't care about it. It's all good. And we got a badly hurt for Dank Duran, a badly hurt for Pam, and a badly hurt for Daryl. So no lingering injuries this time, but they will be out for the next game. See how that lines up with the Mr. Meeseek stats here. They got a touchdown out of number 1, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns from number 7, and a touchdown from 8, 10, 11, the team captain, and 12. Looks like nothing from the additional Rotters who were on the sidelines. They pick up this mercenary because of their rule, but I think because it's not an actual team member, I'm probably going to say they don't get this teammate. They're going to have enough money. I don't think it's really going to matter. Either way. MVP on number 6, a goose egg otherwise. Casualty inflicted by number 2. 3 casualties inflicted by number 8. He was the dangerous one there. Is that number 8 is the Nurgle Warrior? Okay. Nice. You love to see that for the Meeseeks. Some KOs, some decent yards run. Very nice. And they've got 1 death. Number 2 is dead. Number 2. And then number 5 is got smashed hand and a broken rib. Both just missed next game. Nothing lingering. I think with that, we'll go ahead and move right along to our game 6, our penultimate game for the evening. We're going to have the Pointy-Eared Bandits versus the Bones Malones. Pointy-Eared Bandits is another team that I think are just trying to survive here today. They're down about half of their team to injuries this week. They are Dark Elves. So they will have plenty of mercenaries on the field to help them out. Hopefully, if anything does happen for the team, it happens for the actual team members. Necromantic Bone Malones. All right. And we are good to go. Moving forward. Can't wait to see how that Minotaur turned Rotter does this game. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know how the logistics of that work, but it did. But we got to see how these Dark Elves do against the Necromantic team here. And I think that is point to ball, kicking it off to the Dark Elves. It's going to go to some mercenaries who can't pick up the ball. There we go. They finally get it in their hands. See how things go. Ear is the newest player. He's a runner. Getting knocked down on his ass immediately. The Flesh Golem in the backfield. Knocking down the mercenary with the ball. Michael's right hand. We've seen him do some dangerous things with that right hand. But the Earminator is in there for support. He's quite a scary player himself. He's got strip ball. Looks like we got a mercenary knocked out. Elves are in a dangerous spot here, but choosing to hold the ball for some reason. Trying to see kind of what's happening over here off the ball. But it looks like the Bone Malones might might be in good position here, especially with Bane the Main coming in to support Mad Mullet, knocking down the elf. Bane the Main scooping up the ball and getting a touchdown. That's 1-0 Bone Malones. Zombie is like, oops, and Bane the Main was like, I'll take that, yoink. One knocked out player for the Dark Elves getting back in it. Gotta wonder what inducements the Dark Elves got, because they were pretty substantially down in terms of team value. Point the ball, kicking it off once again. Going straight to Irgorn the Pointiful, who they put underneath the ball. He's got +1 in agility and block, so he's actually a pretty decent person for carrying the ball. Got a mercenary getting knocked out there. And he's just going to hold it. Stone Rider is going to get on top of him there. Irgorn the Pointiful, though, should be the one coming out on top in that interaction. But I take that back. He gets knocked down. But does he get up again? Best Boy. Nope, Stone Rider. Oh, Stone Rider pushes the ball out of bounds before Best Boy can get to it. The ball is now center field on the Dark Elves side of things. And plenty of Dark Elves available to scoop the ball up. But they can't get away before the undead just kind of maul him. Sir Beats now in good position. If he can just pick the ball up, he finally does. And nothing to stop him. That's going to be another touchdown for the Bone Malones. Got about a minute and 40 seconds left in the first half here. Oh no, the Erminator's got the ball, but Flesh Golem is on him. The Erminator managed to get away for a brief minute, getting some yards. Trying to at least get the ball into enemy territory for once this game. Oh, and he finally gets knocked down. Point to ball. Has got it. This is the Bone Malone's team captain. See if he can get a touchdown here for some big SPP. But he's getting swarmed by some rats. Oh, he manages to get a casualty. The Erminator is down. Broken neck. Oh, it changed into a smashed hand. So that's a much better injury to have than a broken neck. But he will be out next game. Point to ball has got the space, but not the movement, it seems. If he can just continue to get some space there, he might be able to run it in, but Dark Elves are all over him, trying to stop the bleeding. Trying to keep this game competitive. Count Echo now with the ball, but he's 1v1 against a Flesh Golem. It's never a good place to be. But he gets the space, and he's running. Can't quite make it to enemy territory. Mercenaries just going down left and right for the L. Sir Beats now with the ball. It's going to be touchdown number 2 for him if he can make it. And he does in overtime. It's going to put the Bone Malones up 3 going into the second half. One entry for the Elves. We got some people coming back in. Alright, Bone Malones now on the attack. They were solidly on the defense all the first half. Let's see what they can do with it. Currently just deciding to hold on to the ball. Could be a dangerous prospect. The Dark Elves are fast enough to get back there. And just like that, we've got a knockout. Oh, and the Mercenaries scooping up the ball. It's going to be a point for... It's going to be a point for the Dark Elves, but not where you want it. It is SPP wasted, unfortunately. Alright, let's see what the Bone Malones do now. Bane the Main this time with the ball. Running right into Ear, the new runner. Gonna have a chat with the team about standing around. Yeah, it's almost like the game does not want the Werewolves to be running the ball, even though they're kind of great for it. Ear scooping up the ball. That's gonna be a touchdown for him. Showing some worth, showing some life. Yeah, the standing around is now causing a problem for the Bone Malones. It's now a 1-point game. And it looks like that might be Point the Ball knocked out on the sidelines. Or Best Boy. I didn't see which one it was that got knocked down. It is Point the Ball. Ball is up once again. Best Boy is going to pick it up this time, or try to. Having trouble. The zombie, though, scooping it up, no problem. Going to run right into an elf lineman, who just knocks him down. Count Echo scooping it up. Maybe looking to tie this ball game up with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Sir Beats now has it. Needs to get it out of danger. Running right into Elfbow. He's double teamed, triple teamed. It's going to knock him down. Who's going to pick the ball up, though? It's the Dark Elf Mercenary. Oh, and Best Boy is just doing nothing back there. It's a tie ball game. Bone Malone showing that they've been great on the attack this whole game, or sorry, great on defense the whole game. But when they're the one receiving the kick, they're just not making it happen. And the pointy-eared bandits, surprisingly, not just hanging in here, but showing some life. Bone provisions have been halved for their salary. The manager is not pleased. Point the ball is back up, and the ball goes right to him. And now they're making progress. They are now in enemy territory with the ball. And they immediately get knocked down. You're now with the ball running into some zombies, though. Swarmed by zombies. Mad Mullet scooping it up. Irgorn, the Pointiful, and a mercenary is there to stop him. Getting a knockout. Elf lineman picking it up, but Best Boy is knocking him out. Best Boy is going to scoop up the ball. He's got it. That's going to put them up on top. Apparently, the news of them losing some of their bone provisions has galvanized these werewolves. That's the first werewolf touchdown I think we've seen. We might have had one the last game. I don't quite remember. I have slept since then. What I should do is I should have the stats up on my tablet so I can actually look during the game. That would be a smart move. I only have so many screens. And that now puts them back on the defense, where historically this game, that would be the announcer thing to do. Yeah. Listen, I do have great ideas sometimes. They're just too late, often. Irgorn, the Pointiful, one of the few actual team members for the Dark Elves, still standing, trying to make something happen, but Stone Rider is gonna pick it up, and this might be the nail in the coffin, so to speak, pun intended, as the Necromantic team make it a 2-point game. Yeah, I love that the zombies do the thriller dance. Knocking it out of bounds. That's going to go right to Irgorn the Pointiful. With a little over a minute left, this could be the final drive of the game for either team. Irgorn the Pointiful is just deciding to hold it. Michael's right hand getting knocked down. Flesh Golem coming in. It's block versus non-block, but higher strength, so we'll see who takes this. Oh, and Irgorn the Pointiful just getting knocked down. The Flesh Golem scoops it up, and I think that's going to be number 6 for the Bone Malones. The rare Flesh Golem touchdown. It was looking a little scary for the Bone Malones there, and now they've stepped their game up. They've come back alive, so to speak. I believe there's now about 30 seconds left in the game. It's outside of a win for the Pointy-Eared Bandits, but maybe some of their team members can make something happen, get some SPP for the team, and honestly, even though they don't take the win, the fact that they've gotten out of this only with one injury, I think is kind of a moral victory for the Pointy-Eared Bandits. You're just going to elect to hold on to the ball, draw the undead in for maybe some punching. They've got right in between a bunch of people, but able to punch one out immediately. Mad Mullet gonna step up and try to end this game by knocking down Callaway here. And that is the game. We've got a Bone Malone victory, 6 to the Pointy-Eared Bandits 3. Very well done, and honestly, like, very impressive that the Pointy-Eared Bandits were able to do as much as they were. Let's take a look at those stats. For the Pointy-Eared Bandits, we got Ear with the MVP and a touchdown as a new player. That's a guaranteed level up. And well on his way to level 2. 12 yards run, showing that he could come in clutch. He was the only one of the actual team to get a touchdown, though. The other 2 came from a mercenary, unfortunately. We got a successful reception off of Aragorn the Pointiful, which I think was maybe the dump off from Ear, the new runner. Let's see, casualties inflicted, none. 1 knockout blow from Aragorn the Pointiful. Yeah, really not a bad showing, not really much SPP in the way, but getting a level up out of a game where you had so many mercenaries, pretty good, honestly. Like, I think that's the best you could have asked for. And next week, when everybody comes back, you're going to be in a pretty good place, I think, all things considered. Injuries. You did have 1 injury in the Irminator, which is a smashed hand. They will miss the next game, unfortunately, but you'll be getting so many more back. I think you'll be okay. Take a look over at the Bone Malones. We got a touchdown out of Best Boy, a touchdown out of Bane the Main, 2 touchdowns out of Sir Beats. That's worth a level up if he's not there already. 40 yards run as well is pretty nice. A touchdown out of the rare Flesh Golem touchdown. You love to see it. And the Zombie Stone Rider touchdown as well. Only 1 casualty inflicted by Point to Ball. A successful reception as well. I wonder where that came from. No successful passes. And 38 yards run himself. So, a good showing for Bone Malones. I believe that's your 2nd win for the season as well, if I'm not mistaken. Take a look injury-wise. Hey, lol, Undead team doesn't have any injuries. What a shock. What a surprise. Gonna be in quite the good place going into week 4. MVPs, which I have forgotten to show off this whole time. We've just been looking at it via stats. All right, everybody, that leaves one final game. I'm going to go ahead and set up, and I do have to step away for a brief second while it's loading, but I should be back in time. Our final game, last but not least, is, of course, Pappy's Nurglings versus the Continental Crushers. As the Continental Crushers begin their their Nurgle gauntlet. That's the wrong one. Lizardmen, Continental Crushers. They will have some players out this time because of injury, so this could be a tough game for the Continental Crushers. And plus, Pappy's Nurglings is a fairly tough team to deal with right now anyway. They've got some level ups. They've got some very tough pieces rather, to deal with on the board. So we'll see how this goes. Good luck to both teams. Let's get it going. And it's a short kickoff to start the game and a pitch invasion. Makataka has got the ball. He's getting some help from... Well, he was getting some help. And then the help went away. Makataka, though, with dodge and stunty, going to be slightly difficult to take down. Oh my god. We had a double casualty there. Zim the First getting knocked down and dying. Makataka going down with an injury. That's a hell of a start. Franklin now with the ball. The freshly leveled up Nurgle warrior. Oh, Franklin's down. Lenny, I thought Lenny had the ball. Jeff, my current favorite player of the league. Mercenary Skink. Got the ball, and he's got some room to run. He's got lots of room to run. It might just be Henry that can stop him. And he does. Jake Quillen, newest member of the team for the Pappy's Nurglings. He's going to scoop the ball up. He's now got it. Jeff trying to help his team out in the backfield, but having some trouble. Jake Quillen making plenty of... Oh, Rambula going down with a broken jaw. Zim now picking the ball up. Lenny is on him. Victor Suros, the team captain, also on him, duking it out with Lizard. Chainbreaker going down with a smash tip. Lots of injuries already to kind of make up for the fairly tame games we've had. Gore Maglin the third, though, it has enough movement to get into the end zone to give his team an early lead. There are lots of Rotters on the sideline, so if the Crushers are intending to whittle down the opposition, they're going to have to do a lot more than that. 2 injuries of their own and a knockout, not getting back up. They put Irritator under the ball, but he can't quite come up with it. He does scoop it up, though. into enemy territory. Fate Maker trying to clear the way, but just getting knocked down by Zim the Third. Lizard is now in the action. And Lizard now has the ball. It bounced into his hands, tentacles, whatever you want to call that. And T-Brex, I think, is the only one who can stop him right now, giving time for Victorsaurus to get involved. Lizard gets knocked down. T-Brex going for the ball. With agility 1, it's tough for those Sauruses to grab it. The mercenary Skink taking the ball back into enemy territory. Oh, and he goes down. Zim the Fifth trying to withstand the attack from two Saurus warriors. He's able to get past them, but Jeff is on him again. Jeff knocking him down. The ball bounces right into the hands of Jake Quellen, who picks it up. Oh, T-Brex went down with a fractured skull. That's a tough injury to have. Irritator going down with a badly hurt. Fate Maker could be the difference here for his team. He's up and guarding the ball. We've seen him score before. He just needs to pick it up and can't quite do it. He's just trying to get around to maybe get at the ball. Oh, the mercenary bounces it into the hands of Henry, who does go down alongside Fate Maker. That right there is an example of why block is probably the best skill in the game. The ball getting bounced around everywhere. Fate Maker is back up. Lizard rolled the really stupid. Nobody can quite get their hands on it with 18 seconds left in the first half. Henry finally rolling what he needs to pick it up. Oh, Henry surrounded by Sauruses, though. I don't think they're going to be able to take it in time. They've got to scoop the ball up, and that's going to be halftime. Lizardmen are gonna start losing some steam here. They've had some players knocked out, but I think they're still fairly well in this, all things considered. But those injuries piling up are definitely gonna be an issue for next week. Alright. Lizardmen now on the defense. Lenny is on top of Zim the Fourth. Lenny is the newest member of the Continental Crushers team. Making some things happen. Fate Maker, once again, just having trouble picking up the ball. Oh, it bounced into the hands of Zim the Fifth, who picks it up. It's now potentially Lizard and Fate Maker. Let's see who wins this brawl off. Fate Maker getting some space. Enough for their mercenary Skink to pick the ball up. Looking to hopefully make it a tie ball game, but doesn't have enough support. Zim the Fourth now with the ball, and not much in the way of him taking it to the house. Jeff is just back there playing defense. Jeff's gonna come up and see if he can... Oh no, just gets punched down immediately. Nothing in the way is Zim the Fourth to take it. Unless Fate Maker steps in. He does. Jeff is now back up as well. Oh, there goes Zim with a smash tip. Fate Maker making his presence felt. Can he pick it up? He's got it. He's not the fastest, but he's going to be tougher to bring down than most. Oh, he gets knocked down. Victorsaurus now. Team captain with the ball. Gets knocked down. Jeff is doing what he can to try and keep this game alive for his team, but now Zim the Third has got it. And I don't think anybody can catch him. That's going to be 2 points for Pappy Zerglings. Now going to be tough for it's going to be tough for the Continental Crushers to get back into scoring or into winning range of this game. And they've taken a decent amount of damage. That's a well-placed kick. Victosaurus, I think, is just going to let Henry pick it up here. Oh, he's going to jump on him now. Knocks Henry down. Scoops up the ball himself. And the team captain beset on all sides. He's in dangerous territory with Lizard right there. He could get surfed. Manages to avoid the surf, but the ball does go out of bounds. Alright, Jeff, this is your time to shine, my guy. Okay, you're just going to let the Skink get it. A tale of being unable to pick up the ball. Oh, Lenny getting knocked out there. Gormaglin the third. Can Jeff stop him? No, not quite. That now for sure puts the game out of reach for the Continental Crushers, even with the quickness of the Skinks. I'm gonna give it to the Mercenary Skink, puts him right underneath it so he can catch it. Oh, Fate Maker getting punched out by Lizard on the front lines. And now that Mercenary Skink is all alone. Zim the Fifth now with it. Victosaurus is gonna try and at least prevent another score for the enemy team. The other Mercenary Skink has got the ball, trying to get it out of danger. Oh, he manages to get away. He's got some room to run. Fate Maker leaving him for dead, though, against all those other Nurgles. Oh, but he gets a... Oh, my God. What a run. That's a point for the Continental Crushers. Too little, too late, methinks. That was a fairly good run for that mercenary there. Looks like they picked up another injury as well, Pappy Zerglings, so they're not getting this. They're not getting out of this unscathed. But the Continental Crushers are in much worse position. And with not much time left, Lizardmen just need to survive these last 30 seconds without taking any more damage. Pappy Zerglings are content to simply hold the ball right where it's at, even if they lose it here and the Crushers get another point. With about 10 seconds left, there's not going to be much they can do with it. Oh, yep. Gets the ball, but not enough movement to do anything with it. There's some room. Oh, nope, that's it. Pappy's Nurgling takes that by 2 points there. They actually used a reroll. Where do they use a reroll? Okay, that's odd. Very nice game for Pappy's Nurglings. The Continental Crushers there, I think they put up a good fight, but I don't think they really did what they wanted to do here, which was survive until they get all their teammates back. Now they're going to go into next week in arguably worse position than they did this week. Let's take a look at those stats. Looking at the Continental Crushers here first, we've got Victor Soros getting the MVP for his team. That's big SPP for him. That should give him a level up if he's not leveled up already. 3 casualties called by Fatemaker. Fatemaker might be the most dangerous player in the league right now. He's done a lot of damage. But Magataka is the one who got the kill earlier. So that's something to be said. We got a successful reception. No successful passes on a mercenary, though, so we don't really care about it. Take a look at their many, many injuries, unfortunately. Bring up my notes. We've got Makataka with badly hurt. We've got Chainbreaker with a smashed hip. That's -1 to movement allowance. Being already so high, that's not the worst thing in the world. -1 to armor value into Asaurus is kind of tough, but not the worst in the world. That's T-Brix. We got a pinch nerve from Jeff. Oh no, Jeff got hurt. It's just a miss next game, though. That makes me sad. An Irritator getting a badly hurt. Unfortunately, only one of their many injuries was on a mercenary. Everything else was on an actual player. So they're going to be down quite a few players in the next one. Looking at Pappy's Nurglings, though, we've got 2 touchdowns of Gormanglin the third. Very nicely done for him. Some knockout blows. A touchdown from Zim the third. He's not the one who died, is it? No, he's not. Okay. 2 casualties caused by Lizard and a knockout. A casualty caused by Franklin. 1 for Jonathan. 1 for Zim the first. And 1 for Jake Wellen. Very nicely done. And some decent yards run for sprinkled out through there. And your injuries. We've got Rambia with a broken jaw. Just a miss next game. They'll be back in week 5. We have Zim the first, who is dead. He will not be coming back. We got Zim the Fourth with a smashed hip. So that's -1 movement allowance. That's tough on someone who's already kind of low on that. And Zim the Sixth with a gouged eye, but that's still just a miss next game. He's a zombie. He doesn't need that extra eye. He'll be all right. And it looks like the converted the Bull Centaur converted into a Rotter, Ron Van Goddam, acquired from Nine Inch Nails, did not do much of anything this game, unfortunately. But maybe we'll see some action out of him next time. MVP Jake Quillen showing up, getting some things done on his first game. You love to see it. And Victor Soros, the MVP, the team captain. And that brings us to the end of our games for this evening, y'all. So some good ones. We'll have to see how rankings kind of end up. I was very surprised that things ended up the way they did. I expected some of the undefeated teams to stay undefeated, and none of them did. So every team has lost at least once so far, but we're only 3 games deep. There's lots of Blood Bowl left to play. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, really this is all prologue to get things leveled up for the real competition, the playoffs. So if your team is not doing super well, don't worry about it. As you can see here, even the really dominant teams can have their bad games, and you can get right back into it. With that being said, let's take a quick look at what things look like next week. If I can get it to show here. Oh, whoops. There we go. $9.21 would be next week. Okay. Our first game will be the Midnight Ballers versus the Grin and Git Stompers. Then we'll have Mythics versus the Knickknacks. Dumpete Loa against Rathers Raiders. That's a game I'd like to see. 9 Inch Males versus the Brazen Bulls, though that could be tough for 9 Inch Males. The Bone Malones versus Gouda game. I think that will also be quite a good game to watch. The Continental Crushers versus Mr. Meeseeks. Yep, their second game in their Nurgle Gauntlet. And finally, Pappy's Nurglings against the unfortunate Pointy-Eared Bandits beginning their Nurgle Gauntlet at kind of a tough time. They'll have other players back for the most part, so I think they'll do okay. But better going into it this week than, or this next week rather than this week with everybody gone. But with that said, I'll have those rankings updated here pretty soon, and I'll start going through stats and hopefully have that posted fairly quickly. This week, this is going to be another very busy week for me, so I'll get things done as quickly as I can. Anyway, that being said, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you here next week for week 4 of the Blood Bowl AI League.